What's up YouTube? Hello everybody, it's El Wakil again. Today I'm back with another tutorial, a branding tutorial. I'm going to show you how to create a brand identity in Adobe Illustrator. Now, I hope you find this tutorial helpful. Please subscribe to my channel for more. So first, we're going to create our artboards in different sizes. That's what we're going to use to create the brand identity. Each artboard is for a different design. Now create your artboards as you see mine. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a square, and I'm going to give it a kind of a little bit of a big stroke of about 20 pixels, and that's what we're going to use to create the logo. Next I'm going to draw a line, a diagonal line that's going to cut our square into two diagonally. It's going to serve as a guide for building the logo. So when you're designing logos, it's always better to draw a rough sketch of it on a piece of paper that's going to help as a guide, so that when you're designing in Adobe Illustrator, you know where you're heading to when working with the design. And I'm also going to post the finished version of this brand identity in my social media and in my Behance, so you might want to check it out. I'll drop the link in the description. So make sure the squares that you're creating are going to be almost or exactly the same width as your first square. So those ones are going to serve as also the shape that you're going to use to build your logo with. So just show you align all your rectangles around your first square like I did here. So after you have finished arranging your squares like this, select the square with the black stroke and go down to Object, Path, and then select Outline Stroke. That is going to turn your black stroke into a vector shape that has a solid fill. Now after you've done that, delete the lines that you do earlier as guides, and then change the swatch color of your first square to black and white. So now select everything and select the shape builder tool. That is what we're going to use to create this logo with. So just click and drag in these parts of the logo just like you see me doing here. When you are creating a shape using the shape builder tool, there should be a plus sign just below the arrow, the pointer. That is signifying that you are building a shape. And then when you are deleting the shape, it's going to be minus behind it. So when you want to delete something, you have to click on alternate and then drag. So now this is the part that we just created. I'm just going to keep building the shape around these parts. Just try your best to follow me as I create the shape. Next thing we're going to do is delete the external parts by still using the shape builder tool and holding on alternate and click and drag on the parts that you do not want. Zoom in to make sure you do not miss out on all the little parts. Make sure you take them out so they do not mess with your design. Now our logo is almost complete. The next thing we're going to do is cut out the tail. That it looks kind of long and we don't really need that part, so I'm just going to use the line tool to draw a couple of lines and then use that to delete the tail of the logo. Now as you can see, our logo is ready. So the next thing that we're going to do now is resize and color. Resize it to any size you want. It might be small, it might be big. So head on to the swatches menu and then open up the swatches library so that you can find different sets of colors that you can use for your design. For me, I'm going down to color properties, and then I'll select bright to explore through a set of bright colors that I can use for my design. So I'm going with this bright blue color right here. It's going to be the main color for the brand identity. You can use any color you want, or you can pick the same color. You can find all the colors under the swatches library. So I'm going to duplicate this logo on my second artboard with a blue background, and then this time I'm going to make the logo white. So for the next part of the design, I'm still going to duplicate the logo on my third artboard, and this time I'm going to give it a name. You can give it any name you want, or you can still give it the name I'm using here. I'm going to type in Sharp Ink. That is going to be the name for the brand identity that we're creating today. I'm just going to increase the font size, and then the font I'm using for this brand identity is a luxury font called Cinzel. It should be available for free download on most websites. But if you still need the font, I'm going to leave a link for it in the description. So now that that is done, the next thing we're going to do is create a pattern using the logo for our brand identity. Now Adobe Illustrator offers you a variety of tools that you can use, and in order to achieve this is going to be very easy for you. So all you have to do is resize your logo, then go up to Object, go down to Pattern, and then select Make. So there are a variety of options here. The numbers that I'm playing with represent the space and the gap between the pattern and your logo. And then that menu right here represents the kind of arrangement you want on it. So feel free to play around with it. And then for the numbers, I'm using 9x9, so that's going to give you a lot of patterns, and that's going to be distributed across any shape that you select. So I'm going to draw a rectangle the same size as my artboard, and then head on to the swatches menu. During the swatches menu, when you hover on the last section here, you're going to see new pattern that represents the pattern that we created. When you just click on it, it's going to automatically fill your rectangle with your pattern. Now, in order to add more visuals for our design, I'm going to import a couple of pictures that we're going to use in order to give our design more meaning. Now, most of these pictures that I'm using, I get them from kingscraft.com. You can go ahead and download the same pictures, or you can download any picture that you want to use on your design. But unsplash.com is where I get most of my images. Now I'm just going to resize my image and then send it to the back of my third artwork right here. So after I've sent it to the back, I'm going to draw a nice rectangle that's the same size as my artwork, and that is what I'm going to use to mask the image, so that the image does not go over our artworks and then obstruct our other designs. So select both the image and the rectangle, right click and then select on clip image mask. I'm going to draw another rectangle with the black, and I will give the opacity around 70 or 80%. Feel free to play around with it if you get a lot of opacity so it does not obstruct your logo. Arrange it to the back of your logo in the work mask, like on a pair of handbags. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a second pattern, but this time I'm going to create the pattern using a white fill, so that we have options for it. You can use the pattern using the blue fill, or you can use the one with the white fill. It's the same process as the last one, just that this time around I'm using a white logo for it. that is when I'm going to create some really nice business card samples for the brand identity. I'm going to draw a rectangle over here on my left side, but then I will size it to the desired shape, and then I'll make a bit of image. The font is going to be blue, and then the font is going to be white, and the back is going to be blue. So all we're going to do is grab our logo here, resize it, and place it on the front of our business card design. So after that, I'm going to go to the logo and the rectangle, and then I'm going over here to appearance, effects, and then stylize. Then I'll add a drop shadow effect. You can use input in the same values that I imputed here, or you can feel free to play around with the shadows until you have your desired shadow effect. These are my values, and then I'll click OK. The shadow value is going to be the same for the second rectangle, but then on the back of the business card, I'm just going to write in a name, a title, and then contact details. Now after that is done, I'm going to select everything in this rectangle, group it, and then I'll also give it a drop shadow effect with the same values as the last one. That is done for the business card design. I'm just going to add in a couple of videos by dragging in the logo and sending it to back, so that it kind of complements our design in order to give more meaning to the brand identity. Then I'm going to draw a white background for this particular artboard, white fill, and then I arrange and send it to the back. I'm still going to draw another rectangle on it, a square, which is going to be my clipping mask. So I select everything, right click, and then make clipping mask. And that is done, guys. So this is basically it for this tutorial. We have created a complete brand identity and in Adobe Illustrator. Before I log off, please be sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. And I'm going to post the results of this design in my Behance. Thanks.